Okay, guys, welcome to My Kind of Convo.
I'm one of your hosts, Criss.
I am one of your other hosts, Kim.
And crisscross.
And we like to thank everybody for joining and being a part and listening to our podcast and just supporting us. Thank you so much, especially those of you who are been on our social medias. And if you haven't, definitely check them out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. We are there. So we have, again, some exciting stuff coming up soon. But, you know, if you want to get more information on us and the podcast, definitely check out our social medias. All right, guys. So as you know, we have our hot topics. Spicy. Spicy. Super excited. So I'm just going to get right into it. So I was talking to a friend, and one of the topics that came up was about their partner and spending the night.
Okay.
But here's the thing. So it was like, they have a friend who is seeing someone, and they want them to start spending the night. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, okay, well, that's fine. They're like, no. They're like, hold on. They've only been seeing each other for like a few weeks. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And I was like, well, with me and my partner, it took a couple months because we started dating in September, and we didn't start staying over until after our first trip. And that was like the following year. So, you know, because you want to make sure, is this person really for me?
Can I take this person pooing in the corner?
It's not
in the other room.
No, it's not. Yeah, because you're in the same.
You're in the same vicinity. Can I take in this room,
or not even?
Them over
can
there?
I take their mannerisms?
Can you trust yourself and your body that you're not finna fart? Because you know that first night when you're sleeping together and one of you fart, but you don't know if it came from you or them.
Yeah.
So now you're like this, waiting for them to move. Yes. Are you ready for that?
Wow. That sounds like you've experienced this.
I'm so done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This happened.
I've dated someone who, I don't know how this was even possible, like held their fart so long.
The reverberations.
Then it was like, oh, you know, like, do you mind? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, we're human.
Right.
It's like, does it. Whatever.
Right.
The trumpet noise killed me. I said, what's going on in here?
No.
What do you eat?
Stop. Oh, man. Get out.
I said, you gotta go. Because the way maintenance called me.
That's a whole symphony right there. That was a whole beat. I am sorry. Like, there's one thing when you just okay, dainty, or you know how we. But when you're letting off a whole symphony,
right? Because
the trumpet, the tuba, and the guitar came out.
My neighbor should not be shook.
Right? they should be knocking on.
Mia,
y'all good?
Did something fall? Did you knock on my door?
I'm so dead.
I'm horrible at this question.
It's okay. The question really is, like, when do you think it's appropriate to start spending the night over at your partner's house? And I get, at this point, it's the beginning stages. So when was it appropriate for,
I'm not going to answer this question.
Slide it onto my corner.
only cause.
Right.
Yes. That's what we're going to say.
Oh.
But I think maybe like a 5 to 6 months, we're getting, but I wouldn't even stay over at my place or your place. I'm saying, like you did, let's go away together first. Just us, because like your partner stays over, we share space.
Right.
So for us, it was a huge, like, Let's
adjustment.
talk about this.
Yeah. We had to.
It was a.
I wanted you to be comfortable before having them spend the night.
Right.
You know, like it was like first off, I needed to be comfortable with them spending the night, and then I wanted you to be comfortable them spending the night. But that wasn't going to be in a couple weeks. That took time. We're still learning each other. I'm still finding out who you are. You're still finding out who I am. You know, so it's like, you know, that takes time.
Me, on the other hand, I came home at 3 a.m. and was like, we good. What? I was rolling in at 3 a.m. They went to their place. I went to mine.
You're like,
rightfully
not
so.
spending the night.
Right.
I'm going home.
Right. I'm
Like,
going
where you?
home.
I'm going home.
I'm going home. I came home and I went to sleep in my bed.
You came out of home and then walked in the door of your home.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. Yes. Yes. It's still, I mean, we've gone to places together, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Criss?
All right. So, let's get one thing straight. Obviously, I'm not fully straight. So
We didn't get that before in any of the other episodes. Every time you said your wife.
Right. I mean, no, that she could have. She said not fully straight.
True. No.
It curves.
So right from the jump with this relationship, we were sleeping together the first night. We didn't have sex the first night, but we also had a long distance relationship. Right. So it was like,
you're staying over,
right? And
I'm not gonna have you drive all the way back,
right? And initially, it took months before that.
See,
but like, I'm gonna be blunt. This don't eat rice and beans, baby. But you know, at the time I had just moved back with my mom, you know, and like I'm really big with, you know, being upfront with my mom and anybody's, you know, parents or wherever I'm staying. Like that's just respectful, you know.
Right.
And you know, my mom was like, let me meet her. And it was like she came to date my mom with the bouquet of flowers. My mother had the biggest smile. She had a coffee cup in her hand. It was like she knew my mom's love language. I was like shook. But in other aspects, I can say, yeah, I agree with the months or the going away thing. If I've had my own apartment, where it's just solely, you know, me and my place, which I've had before, that's a whole free range. That's completely different.
Right. Because it's your space. No one else is in your space.
Right. And I've also, too, is the factor that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but my serious relationships, we were friends for quite some years prior.
Right.
So, like, I already had that, like, relationship where, like, we were bonded as friends. We chilled, hung out, you know, or, you know, whatever. So, like, it was, it's very, like, I guess you can say right away for me. Because I already had that comfortability.
Right.
But if it was, like, a Tinder thing, you know, and I'm just talking to you off of Tinder, and it's only been, like, 2 to 4 weeks, I still think you're a serial killer. I haven't seen your cupboard.
Right.
I still think you only have one plate.
Right. But that's where I also have to agree, like, with Kim, like, we have to go in a different space.
Yeah.
That's not mine or yours.
Right.
You know, but not a shady place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere that, you know, there are people around.
Right.
You know, and I can always, like...
Right. Nosy people who call the cops.
Right.
nosy people who call the cops.
Right. Nice
Yep.
places that I know people will actually look out for.
Yeah.
You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
I need
They hear
Bethany to
They
I
coming.
need Bethany to knock on my door.
Right.
Because she didn't hear me sneeze at 2:00 in the morning on my usual Saturday visit. All right.
Son.
But I also feel like you have to have built enough of a relationship with
Right, right,
them,
right.
you know, like comfortability enough to be in that
Yeah.
situation to either bring them over or spend the night with them somewhere else. You know,
Right.
like it definitely like
But it's not just
It has to
comfortability
take-
with you. It has to be comfortability with that other person or people who live there.
Right.
You know, I don't expect, like, I didn't expect your person to come over without me meeting them first.
oh, dub.
Right. It would have been like, no, yep, they're spending the night. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
what the?
No.
What the-
That's a complete
Right.
no. And that has to be because we still live with our family. It's definitely a comfortability for everyone because
Yeah.
God forbid any if you walk outside and you're like, what? We all have to be considerate of each other's spaces
Right.
while we're sharing a space.
Right.
So,
Right.
no. And there was no way he was spending the night here without him meeting my parents first.
Right.
It was just never ever gonna happen. Now I understand what you're saying. Like if you have your own place,
Yeah.
you know what
Oh.
I'm saying. Like
But
that's
even
on
then,
you.
yeah.
But even then, that's like still about your comfortability,
Right.
Because you could have met somebody and still not feel comfortable having them over,
Right.
For like just for yourself, knowing like I can't have them
You're
over until I
safe.
Right.
feel.
And you're definitely only in my crib when I'm in my crib because you're not getting the
100%.
key.
100%.
Like the key thing is like really big for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I think I only had like one serious relationship, outside of my current marriage, that they had a key, but that relationship was like 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and even then it was like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I like my space.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, no.
I agree with you because this relationship was the first relationship where I ever gave
Yeah.
a key. And so to give them a key was kind of like a big thing for me because you're like, you're right. Yeah.
The key is
It's
just
like,
floating now.
Will you take my key? And it's like, oh my God, I got it.
But that even
I'm
took
just-
you years too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, that was recent. We've been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
That was really recent.
Yeah.
So he have a key, even before.
He's got his own keychain, baby.
That took a minute because I was like, I just don't want to go and open up the door. So
Right.
you can just open up the door. Just let me know you're here, though. Don't just be opening my door. Like, I'm
Could
here.
you imagine the happy dance walk to the door? Go see my baby.
Display something.
But I agree. That took a step. So spending the night with someone takes a step.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be ready for
Everything.
Yeah.
And not just comfortability within yourself, comfortability with the people around you, the animals
Roommates,
around
family,
you.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Even your
Friends.
neighbors.
Right.
Okay? Because the neighbors. Let me explain something.
No.
Let me explain something. Because our neighbors is nosy.
Right.
Okay? And they gonna see that one person walk out. So who is that? Why you all up in my grill? Why you all up in my business?
Yeah, well, they can watch from a distance.
And they always do. And they always
Watch from a
do.
distance. Why you gotta be comfortable with my neighbors? My
Right.
business.
No, just be comfortable, but my neighbors gonna be watching you.
Well, yeah,
It's
you
true.
tell them.
It's true.
Right.
You gotta
You
tell
know.
them.
I do know.
because
I've been learning. I've been learning a few different languages, and let me tell you something. All right, mind your business, because you don't want to tell me. You don't want me to say what I saw on the other side of the fence.
Right. It's crazy over here.
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But no, that's all I'm saying. Like, you gotta warn your partner. Like, look, let me let you know now. You are gonna spend. They're gonna be looking for you to leave. All right. They know what you look like at this point. They're
Yeah.
looking for you to leave.
Say hi.
Just-
Say hi,
just
so they
wave.
could just pop back
There
down
was
from the
only
shade.
one neighbor. I was like, you guys say hi to that neighbor. I'm chill with that neighbor. But other than that,
The other ones.
Everyone
But the
was
other ones.
dub.
It's like, and then they come. Let me talk to you for a second. I'm sorry.
Y'all
My
already
Caribbean
know
just
how
came
that
out.
went. There is no talking. I tried to be nice. Mind your business.
I'm done. Yeah, no.
I don't see you. You don't see me, baby.
Right. There we go.
Right.
The
But it's
only people that my partner has to be comfortable with, or any partner has to be good, is your roommates, your family, your friends. That's it. If you live on your own, even better. You don't have to worry about nobody but yourself
My
or
cats.
the pets.
right. The pets. It's the pets.
Because they know.
Right.
They know.
That's right.
If my animal does not go and rub your leg, you got to get out of my house.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah. You're a bad omen, sir.
Oh my gosh. Going off of what you're saying, creep factor. Okay. So I watched the video where this guy was going out with this girl. They were talking for a while, and then they started going out. And then it was like, oh, why don't you spend the night over? Like, he didn't spend the night over at her place or vice versa. So he was like, yo, why don't you spend the night over? And she was just like, okay, well, look. Look. I talk in my, like, at night, I like talk in my sleep. I talk in my sleep. So he was like, okay. Like, she's like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, fine.
Tell me she was speaking Latin.
Wait, I'll wait for it.
I wish.
I wish that was
So they went to bed, and he woke up in the middle of the night to her sitting straight up, staring at him.
I would have laid you out. What is your problem?
So he was like, he looked at her, and she was just like, if you don't get out of this bed, I'm going to kill you. And he looked at her like, but she said it in a voice that wasn't naturally hers.
Oh no!
And so he was just like, what?
This is why you're a lone girl.
And so she was like, if you don't get out of this bed, I'm going to kill you. And then she turns over and lays down. And then she says, I will eat you if you're not gone.
I will eat your skin.
I will eat your skin if you're not gone.
And sleeping on the
sleeping on the
The
couch.
way I would have
in
punched
the
her
living
in the
room.
back of the
And
head.
so he gets up and walks out of his bedroom to the living room. And all he hears is her laughing, telling him, come back. Come back. So he goes to sleep, wakes up the next morning, and he told her, I don't think it's going to work.
You right, it's not gonna work. Baby, that's my house. And you gonna tell me to get out of my bed, or you gonna eat my skin?
So can you imagine spending the night and that's
what happened.
No, sir, because I would have shook the fuck out of you.
Woke you the hell up. I don't care.
Yo, it was outside, bitch.
We was exercising that demon. We was exercising that
Y'all
demon.
are better. I wasn't even touching the person. I was just like, I'm calling Father, whatever his name is, because I don't want you eating nothing of me. Don't. I don't want nothing coming off of you.
What
coming
in the
on me.
Vatican missing tapes did
Holy
you?
water, rice, Supernatural told me a lot of stuff.
Salt.
Right, right.
Blue.
I don't know the Latin,
For my Caribbean
but I was
people.
just gonna throw it.
Florida water, something. My sage. Yo, I'm throwing everything. I'm saying, let the power of Christ compel you. Get the flip out
I've watched
my
The
house.
Exorcist. Get out.
You got to go. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up.
What?
I ain't touching you.
This girl? No, sir.
You know how fast the lights would have come on and the pots would have been ringing.
Yo.
My neighbors would have known.
Bro, do you know how quick my feet would have been in some boots? Because I am kicking you, bro.
Yo.
Get out of my bed.
I saw that video. I felt for the guy because it was his idea to like sleep over. So he's like, yo, like sleep over. And you could tell it was a sleep, like spending the night.
Just spend the night.
But to wake up, and this is the thing, I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night, and sometimes I can't sleep. But then it's like, I'm like, oh, and like if he feels me, he'll wake up and look at me like, what are you looking at me for? I'm like, but I'm normal. I'm not possessed. I'm not.
Yeah, like I'm asleep. I sleep. I used to sleepwalk.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep laugh though. And then I learned.
My daddy do that.
Yeah, and like, but I've always been like
My
that.
partner does that. He
Like-
does. He sleep laughing.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I have.
He sleep. You did. You saw it, and you were
And I
like,
said,
"The hell?" I actually, funny. I recently just told him this, and he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes." I don't know who you be laughing with or at, but you be laughing in your sleep. And I was like, "It's crazy."
She said, "I'm finna find her."
In his dreams,
Right.
I'm about. Don't
It's
make him
Maya.
laugh. How
It's
dare
Maya.
you?
Just-
It's Maya.
Just stares. Who you laughing at? Because I get that. It's always, I don't know who be making you laugh. I guess the same one that makes you laugh, homegirl. How about that?
Wild.
I am done.
It's. I couldn't. I couldn't. No.
I mean, rightfully so.
He had every right.
She could have probably been a nice person, but
She was probably the nicest person because I think they were together for like 8 months or something like that.
The devil's a liar. That's fucking that, baby.
so it's
She was good when the lights was on. That's all. When she wasn't asleep.
Right.
She needed to stay at her house. She should have just told him. But this is the thing. She's been told this before. Now I be thinking.
Yeah, she
her
was told
parents told
before.
her this. What was she saying to her parents? I'm gonna eat your skin. You know
Right.
how scary that is. Your child is saying, I'm gonna eat your skin.
no.
What are you? Because how comfortable are your parents that it's just, yeah, this is a every night thing with her.
Nope.
I don't know where she gets it from.
No.
I swear it's her father's side.
Nope. Never. No, I don't even care. Nope. I don't know what kind of psychiatry I gotta take you to. I don't know what
Right.
kind of blessed church I gotta take you
You gotta take
to.
you under
I don't know what
hypnotism.
holy grounds I need to travel to.
The
to
way
get you
I'll learn Latin.
Oh, it's supernatural get
Girl.
together.
I'm gonna be like a boom da la caca.
I'm telling you everything. That's
No.
that's
It's
the
a dub.
situation.
That's the situation.
where the spending the night go wrong.
But she knew she sleep talking. She knew it was kind of sinister. She knew.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
You not just gonna go to this man's house. And she
Right.
told him, she even told him, if I start stalking crazy, just go sleep on the couch.
Where did you find her?
Tinder.
So-
Yeah, he
Had
found.
to be.
I think they
Can't
were
be
talking
swiping
online.
right on everybody.
Right.
Cute faces could be, you know,
Yeah, but
We Constantine in these bitches.
right. Right.
If you ain't seen Constantine with Keanu Reeves, you better watch that movie.
If you haven't seen that movie, where do you live? That is my number one. That's in my top fave fives.
I love that movie.
Yes.
it's an amazing movie. But thank you guys. I appreciate your responses. And definitely to our listeners, what do you think about, how the time length of spending the night at your partner's house? Like, what was that like? Did you take a long time? Was it really quick? Some are shorter than others. Some are first night. Some are months later, years later. So it would be nice to hear. And,
Bring it to a church.
And even though we didn't talk about it, how was that first night?
How was that first night?
That would be
Was
a
it
side
was it a
question.
deal breaker?
Oh, there are some of those too.
Was it a deal breaker?
Because
Yeah.
that was for this gentleman. It was a deal
You see?
breaker.
Deal breaker.
He could not
Yeah.
live the rest of his life.
Absolutely. Go home. Your Uber's outside, baby.
Right. She wasn't spending the whole night with her getting a good night's sleep and me.
Right. Where
Not
are you?
right.
TikTok find her.
Right? Woof. All right, guys. That was my conversation. I'll pass the buck.
All right. So, last episode, I went after DC people. And I felt that some people felt some type of way.
That was me. It was me. I felt
All right.
right.
I played that 4 times in my car.
Just
Yeah, just the argument. Because I needed everyone that was in my car to understand how stressed I was. I said they're both right. Continue, I'm sorry.
But I was also told that, I'm going to just bring this up from the last episode. Batman is not a superhero. They're just a hero. And my argument was, they still go after mentally ill people. Right.
what? So they basically equated Batman to a firefighter. Is
Right.
that what we just said?
Yes.
Because firefighters are heroes.
Right.
And
they
so
save
are
people.
And yeah, so are police officers or heroes.
But I said the villains are still.
So they said that Batman is a hero.
Yes. But he still goes after. I said, but the people that are the villains are still mentally ill. Not everybody mentally ill out there. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
You know?
At some point, we're going to have to come back to Batman just being a hero.
Right. We gonna touch that on another episode.
Because,
but
anyway.
I just needed to point that out, you know?
Appreciate
That's
it.
what that was one of my feedbacks.
Yeah. I mean, they're smart mentally ill people, though.
I was saying, I was like, well, he could pay for the power.
Yes, exactly.
We're gonna have to come back to it. We're gonna have to come back to it. Because this week we're gonna go in against Marvel.
Oh.
Okay?
Hit me.
All right. You ready for it?
I don't know, I'm scared because
I'm a little concerned.
Thanos was valid.
Excuse me? Explain.
Let's talk
That
about
needs
it.
an explanation. I don't know. I mean, he snapped 50% of the world away.
But why? Thanos did it because of overpopulation. So he snapped half of the world to save the rest of the world, the universe.
Man,
Let's go to the
Man,
facts.
but
Let's go to the facts.
man, he couldn't pick certain people though.
He wanted to help half the world so that they would not feel the same pain he did when his world was destroyed because of overpopulation. Okay? He destroying the worlds. Now, this is all my research. Don't play with me. I got my paper in front of me. Destroying the worlds through overpopulation, it caused him sadness. So he didn't want the rest of the world to feel that. And he just wanted the world that everyone could survive in peacefully. So Thanos
is really a superhero.
Hello.
He's a superhero. Yep.
I mean, couldn't there have been a different way he could have did that?
He definitely could have. Before he had the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Okay, he did do it. Remember when let's pull it to the movies. If you haven't read the comics, this is pulled from the comics anyway. The way he met Gamora. Mm-hmm. She was a child, and he did not have children. But Thanos wanted to be a father, which he was father to other people besides Gamora and Nebula. Just stating that because that is not the only children he has.
Right.
He's adopted many a child.
Right.
He took to the lighting of Gamora, and remember, on her planet, it was overpopulated, and he killed everyone on her planet to save the planet.
Again,
He killed half of the planet to save the planet,
couldn't there have been a different way to go about that?
which is why he got the gauntlet with the Infinity Stones.
Couldn't there have been another way to go about that?
He just didn't want people to feel his sadness, and his best
they
way to do
did.
it was to get rid of people for overpopulation.
But they did. 50% of the population disappeared. Boom, pow, snap, they're gone. You know, like snap, crackle, pop.
So this is the thing. He felt that the Infinity Gauntlet was a better way to go because killing was more inhumane than just having them disappear.
They turned to dust.
Dude. I don't know. I felt like the whole world was so lost with the way he did it.
Yeah.
I was lost.
Right.
I had to look around the movie theater.
Yeah. It was shook. And when that happened,
Shooketh.
people were shook. Did you not see? That was a whole, like, it was like, oh my gosh. I always just, every time I see Spider-Man, like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Oh, when he's
like, I don't want to go. And that breaks my heart every time I see it. Every time I see it, my heart just goes with him. Because he feels it, that he's about to disappear. And I feel it. I feel like I'm about to disappear with him.
Spider-Man is my alter ego.
Okay, so that scene was unscripted too.
I know.
It was
Yeah.
amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
Tom Holland, notes to you, dude. he like just did that scene and he just
improv'd it.
improv
Yeah.
the whole thing and they kept it in the movie.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like,
But
you felt that.
yes,
but
let's think about it. Okay, so think about it on Thanos' side.
There was no way to like get like
He
you know how
did not have a family because of overpopulation, and they
Couldn't
died.
he have just sent half of us to Mars like we've all been trying to freaking go to?
Yeah.
Okay, right?
Right.
This is what I'm trying to get at.
We could have been pen
Why
pals.
did you have to snap half of us away? How about you go and check one of these desolate planets chilling around with us
And fix it.
And fix Yo,
He was doing that planet by planet.
no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. You know what he was doing planet to planet? He was going planet to planet and trying different ways to save them. But it wasn't working.
It wasn't working, so the gauntlet was the best thing to get
It was not the best thing.
It was
not the
for
best thing.
him. Listen. It was for him because it did the whole universe in one instance. It didn't just do my one planet by one planet by one planet. That took too long. So to do it all, he researched the Infinity Gauntlet, especially got a lot of things from the Collector, and that's where the snap comes in.
No. No. I say no. I think there's just other ways to go about it instead of snapping people out of existence.
True.
No, okay.
True. Unless they're my exes, take them all.
I'm so done. Because here we go again with videos. I literally watched a couple videos that somehow popped up on my reels and it scared the right out of me.
Right.
Where literally people are just going about their day and then all of a sudden, boop, people just right in front of them have disappeared. Literally.
Like glitches in the Matrix?
It's not even like, yes, like a glitch, but not even a glitch. Because like there was one that like stuck with me for a little bit. Like they're in an airport and I guess they were like this couple together or whatever. And literally as they're like waiting to go through TSA, like several people in the space of that room all just disappeared.
Glitches.
Literally. And the woman who was like, you could see her freaking out because the guy who was in front of her with his luggage, I guess they were together and she was just like looking around. And then you see the people go crazy because they're all looking for them. Like, it's wild. Like, and this is one of several different instances where people just disappeared.
I wonder where they
Just
go.
literally, boop, right out of the sky. Just gone. One couple was sitting, their baby was sitting next to them. I'm trying not to go into conspiracy theories. Sorry, my bad. But baby's laying right there all of a sudden in the camera and you see the baby just disappear.
They took the baby!
They took the baby. So this is where people are saying, and the thing of this video was Thanos' snap. And I was like, oh my God, this is happening for real, for real? Mm-hmm. And then you go, and there was like a restaurant full of people, a whole table of people just disappeared. Because the guy was recording live, and he's like, hey guys, I'm at this restaurant. You could see it's really packed. But he turns one way, turns the other. He's like, it's crazy. Then he turns, and then all of a sudden, he turns back, and that whole table disappeared.
That's
full of people. I was like,
getting into it.
I am.
Like, you're gonna have to do that. That's your territory. But since she brought it up, and I'm sitting here going,
Thanos.
is there any other way
Thanos
to
was a
do
hero.
this?
He was a hero.
Without
now these
hero my foot.
Okay, this is just an argument. This is not my actual opinion. Just saying, I gotta put that out there. But Thanos is a hero.
No, he's not.
He in his mind is a hero. Because
Right.
he saved
in his mind, mentally ill. Right.
So now let's
In
bring
his
it back
mind.
to Batman. In his mind, he is a hero.
He's a bully.
In his mind, he thinks he's doing justice because he was
wronged.
He was wrong.
Same as
Injustice done to him. I hear what you're saying, and I have to politely, disrespectfully disagree with you.
But Thanos was saving a whole planet.
You see?
No.
He was saving the universe, not just a planet. He saved the universe.
Right, while Batman
All right,
was...
let somebody of yours disappear. Tell me how well that he saved the universe. Go ahead. Tell me somebody you love just snapped away and how much he saved the universe then. Let's have a conversation then.
I'll
what
be
you
crying,
thought?
but still living until I'm
What
1,000
you
years
thought?
old.
Yeah. Girl, are y'all tripping?
He wanted the survivors to be grateful because he did it what was best for the universe. This is the argument.
No, because what happened in the world after they disappeared?
They all were upset.
Oh,
yes,
no.
because they didn't remember.
It wasn't just upset. They did not know how to properly formulate a plan. They did not know how to rule. They didn't know how to run with anything. It was like, yes, 5 years later, people showed the heck up, but still, like, it took time.
So get
that
this.
took time.
So this was one fact that it blew me. So Thanos is able to wield, I'm going to say it wrong, Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, I think we saw that.
Yes. If he was not worthy, how could he wield it?
So was Captain America.
They're all worthy.
They're worthy.
Right. So how could Thanos wield it if he wasn't worthy and not a hero?
And
Is pure-heartedness.
He thought he was pure of heart.
I think you have to feel
The intention
like you're
was
pure.
there.
I feel
The
like
intention was there.
feel like you have to like feel like you're pure, like what you're doing is right,
Yeah.
even though it's wrong. That's my opinion.
But
I feel like you have to be strong in your convictions that you're right. You know how like you have that one friend who's like they're completely wrong, and everybody will tell you you're wrong, and they're like, "Nah, I'm right. I'm right," and you're like, "Bro, no, you're wrong." You're like, "No,
And
I'm
this
right."
is why I'm here.
But they believe in it. Like, it's not just a saying. They naturally believe it. So I believe Thanos believed that what he was doing was right.
Criss.
I feel he's wrong.
so when you take it into the anime perspective, right?
That is a whole. That's a whole.
It's not
nother
because
thing.
it's
a whole
not,
nother
but
thing.
it's
I
not,
haven't
though.
even brought
Hold
anime up yet.
Hold up, babe. Because Death Note.
Oh my god!
He thought he was doing the right thing. In his mind, he was a hero, which technically he was a hero because
about Death Note.
Yes, she's talking about Death
I've
Note.
only seen like I know the concept of Death Note.
Right.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
I
So,
not
like,
really
it's-
watched
it's
the
like-
anime or read the book, but I do know about it.
Right.
I read I
So,
think I watched
like-
the first few minutes of the episode.
So like
I get it.
it works.
But it didn't
like,
work.
are
There's
they
multiple
both heroes?
animes like that.
I still
Because
don't.
Goku could be said as not a hero.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, you can take a lot of characters.
A lot of characters go through this. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring in.
Think about Superman too. Since you go to, you're hitting. We hit DC
superhero.
and we hitting Marvel. Let's go. He thinks he's a hero.
He does.
Right?
He
but
thinks.
he thinks he's a hero. He's saving us. He has superpowers. He thinks he's saving us. Right? He's actually saving us. Wrong that man. Right? If you watch, of course, one of my favorite, Injustice. What happened? He got wronged. He lost the love of his life.
And that was
he
it.
didn't want anyone else to experience that or go through that.
So
And
what he
felt
do?
like the man went mad.
Yeah.
And basically made a whole new world order under himself where he ruled and peace was everywhere. But it was done by either taking people out or it was done in a very violent way. It was done in a way where, it's my rule or no rule.
Right,
You
it's
know
a
what I'm saying?
dictatorship where essentially
Yes.
you're afraid to do wrong,
That's
so you
literally
have
what
to
happened.
live in peace.
It was a dictatorship under Superman.
Right.
Point blank, period. But
Understandable.
he was in his conviction
So
that
he
he
was
was
a hero.
right. He was not a hero. Even though you could say that because
Yes.
at the end of the day, he brought peace, but it wasn't
Same
peaceful.
peace. It wasn't peaceful.
It was a dictatorship.
It's this. So now we gotta.
But I don't
reapply
agree
this.
with it.
But you don't agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. We pull it back to Thanos. Thanos was valid.
He was.
My point stands. Well, this
was a lot.
argument stands. Let's put it that way. This argument stands. Thanos is a hero,
in your opinion.
and not my opinion.
In your opinion.
And not my opinion.
In your opinion.
In this argument. Okay, because my opinion is so different. In this argument, look, this one. Thanos is valid. Can wield Mjolnir because
I think you have to be in your conviction.
She said, I think you have to
Superman-
be in your conviction.
I think you have to be in your The Joker will think he's correct, and he probably could run around holding Mjolnir, but he's right
He
in his
can't.
conviction.
He will not
I
because
think
he would not be able to wield it.
Why not?
Mjolnir chooses who wields her.
Why? Well, why not? He would be feel right in his conviction for all the crap that he does.
Well, I need to find out. I'm
He
gonna have to look it up.
probably
If
paid
he-
Mjolnir
I
to
feel
hold
like
her.
He would probably.
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
actually say like Heath Ledger's.
Heath Ledger's
Joker.
Heath Ledger's 100%.
I feel like his Joker.
He may, yes, I
Right.
could agree with that.
Right.
But in this argument, Thanos was valid, and that's where I'm dropping the mic today.
I kicked that mic to the side. Drop it all you want.
So, how do you guys feel? Do you think Thanos was valid? Do you think the points that we've brought up, the argumentative side? Let us know. We're on social media. Hit us back.
Share this
please.
video enough, and I'll paint myself
That's
for
gonna
Thanos
be-
Thursdays.
That's going to be definitely a question on Spotify. So check out the question
check
on
it out.
Spotify.
Hit us up on Instagram and Facebook. We do reply, and rather quickly.
Try to. All right.
Let's pass it on.
I'm really about to mess up your mentals right now.
Oh,
Gosh,
boy.
we've been we messing everybody up on this episode.
Tonight has been one of those.
Today's
Now-
that
Today
episode.
has been one of those.
This is a quick POV. You guys might know what I'm referencing to.
All right.
So, now we're going to pretend that we're men. Okay. Now,
I'm going to tell you.
Helicopter.
But okay.
Go ahead.
we go out of town for a business trip.
We
Whatever. We're chilling.
Got my suit on.
And, and, go out, have drinks, whatever. And this is all separate, events.
Okay.
We see Shorty macking it,
Okay.
right? Casual conversation, a little bit of dance, a little too drunk. And you're like, you know what? It's a good night. I want to come up to my tel, do whatever. So you get on the bed. You guys are spicing it up. But you black out and wake up the next morning.
She roofied me.
Right. So you wake up the next morning, and urban legend is you wake up in a bathtub full of ice and you're missing your kidney.
Right.
In this instance, you wake up on your bed missing your kidney.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you wake up in massive pain, you rush to a doctor, and not only is your kidney missing, but now in place of the kidney is an unidentifiable organ. Now, no doctor knows what this is. So you're infuriated. You
Take it
feel crazy, but you're a man of money and a man of connection. So you hunt down one of your friends who can do you a couple favors for the right dollar. Now he finds this person
Oh. We found her.
and connects you to the event that she will be at.
Yeah, it hit you. It already hit me before.
Uh-huh.
I was waiting for you. Yes, because now
Because
we.
it's all piecing.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
And you later on find out that this organ will be harvested only from men. And this organ is worth more money than you can ever place in your own bank account. Right? But without it, you essentially become nothing because you're nothing without it. But this organ is designed to enhance your sexual intensity during climax and intercourse. So, how terrified are you to wake up without a kidney and find out that you're actually being hunted for that organ to be harvested from you?
24/7. I'm terrified 24/7 because that is 24/7. I am looking over every shoulder blade. Like I'm an owl.
I'm just I'm looking everywhere. My head is rotating 360.
That's how I know what you're talking about because I saw this and I was like,
what? Okay, somebody got to explain what episode this was because it was probably while I was semi watching it and semi not.
It is the last episode of American Horror Story.
There you go.
Oh, I thought you meant what order, but yeah. It's it's that. I was like, when it happened. Yep. First off, I like the actress Emily Browning in it.
Love her.
I think she doesn't get enough credit for
really
her acting. If you know her from
American
Gods, as well as from what's that other the movie, the one where she was in her head and it was like we thought it was about her but it wasn't. It's not Sucker Punch. It wasn't.
It was Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
It was Sucker Punch.
I love that movie, even though people don't get it. It didn't do crazy well, but it's still a good movie, and it has I forgot his name in it. He's a good actor too. I hated his character in there, but I think she doesn't get enough respect as an actress. I think she does a good job, and yeah, that was wild. If you haven't seen it, American Horror Stories, not stories. The fact that this organ, and it's created in men, but it's for the pleasure of women, meaning it's not for men, it's for women.
Right.
So you have to grow this organ in the man, and they don't survive. That's the next thing. They don't survive this. So, and it's so much money because no matter who that woman sleeps with, she will always have an orgasm.
Yes.
That was the thing.
Okay, so when this organ gets taken out, like, do women eat it?
No, they put it in you.
They put it in a woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
They put it in you. Yeah. It's an organ that they put in you. It's like organ, like how they harvest organs. They put in somebody else. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Right.
But this is like a special organ. So are you trying to, I would be, first off, if I was a man, be prepared to be scared. Right. Because if this, honestly, if it became a regular thing, don't fight with your woman. She gonna get you behind harvested because she gonna want an orgasm all the time, where it don't matter color, creed, size, it don't matter nothing. She's always gonna get hers. Now, I just think it's wild, and I have heard the urban legends where you're in the bathtub. Yeah. And I wasn't sure where this story was going when I first started watching. I was like, are we going urban legend? But it's scary to think that it's not only taking something out of you, but putting something in. Yeah. Yep. Mind you, he deserved it, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
His character deserved it.
You're an asshole.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah. Stay off Tinder.
Yeah.
Stop swiping.
He deserved it, in my book.
There's just some people that good.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But can you imagine if, let's say it doesn't just become it doesn't become just an underground thing. It becomes like a regular
schmegular.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, the world.
This is what we're doing. We're harvesting this.
Right. But that means you have to kill off a certain population.
Viva la cuchi.
But it's
but we're killing off a certain population.
I'm so done with you. But for the benefit of the women.
For the benefit of the women.
The women.
I mean, yes and no, because we
still
some
have
women,
children. Right.
Well, you'd still, right. We'd enjoy having children. That massage is worth it.
I'm
done. But but I also think that they physically can't live with the organ inside because if I recall,
them, right?
it was a lot of pressure. Their body can't handle it, I believe.
The guys.
Yeah.
So, okay, my idea, if this was to pass, axe murderers, serial killers.
You wouldn't want a organ that was grown in an axe murderer?
It's for my pleasure. They gonna die anyway.
I'm done.
Technically,
if
you fulfill a fantasy.
You fulfilling it.
Right, you're gonna die anyway because this organ has to be in a placement where it then is placed very close to your main artery. So regardless of how it's taken out, they're going to die.
I mean, if they're on death row anyway,
Right.
and they already know they are going, this is your end all be all, okay? For the crimes that you have committed. I'm not saying everybody.
Right, just don't tell me.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
It's gonna get put in my body. I'm gonna have
gonna-
banging. All right.
And I'm gonna be happy.
Right. I don't need to know what.
I don't
person
need
it
to know
needed
who it
came out
came
of.
from.
Right.
I just need to know it was harvested right.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
As long as it's not my son,
Yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
My brother, Gucci.
Right. Wow. That's why men gonna be scared. They gonna be. It's gonna be one of those worlds where men have to look over their shoulder.
I mean, like, it's crazy because there's even there is I'm trying to remember if it's a movie or a show, but basically, like, there is a man out there who wants immortality. And he has taken plasmas and blood from not only his father, but his son. And supposedly for the last 2 years, he has been getting this, like, circulated in his blood. And what it's been doing is making him reverse age. And
Benjamin Button in it?
yeah. And, like, I don't see it. Like, I personally don't see it. If y'all do, y'all do. But, like, it's sick. And, like, it's even more sick that, like, you're trying to play God in a way. Because you're taking from the elder and you're taking from your youth to preserve
yourself.
Right.
Okay, so is he like swimming in the blood or what? Is
No,
he,
like,
he's
it's like
drinking it?
IV, babe.
Oh,
Yeah.
he like
Yeah.
dialysizing, putting that stuff
Right.
in him.
Yeah.
That's not gonna help you.
Listen.
It's not gonna help you.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give certain people too much money.
Or
Because
too
I got
many-
bills
yeah.
to pay, and I'm
And he really
looking-
thinks that's his way of living forever.
You know, I
Right,
got bills. To- I will
multi-million-dollar
take-
process.
I
You
will
will
take
sacrifice-
this money from you, and it will go to
So
a good
you will
cause called my
sacrifice your
bills.
father. You'll sacrifice your father and your son for yourself.
Yeah, and his son, if I'm remembering the article correctly, he was, like, glad to do this for his dad.
Oh,
Porque
Exactly.
how old is his son?
I want to say, like, he's probably in his early 20s now, or, you know, roughly. But yeah, no. I am gonna have to beat you up because you're not gonna mess with my mentality that way,
Right.
and, like, that's so crazy and sadistic. Like,
Right.
and there's I want to say it's a movie where this is something that happened, and, like, the guy was transferring blood from one human to another, but it had to have certain, like, pathogens and, like,
that's
matches. Yeah, like, it's crazy.
That's
Crazy.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, I know it's like something we fiddle with as humans because we have a short time on this earth, and, you know, the idea is to live our lives to the fullest.
Right.
And we want to be able, a lot of people want to be able to leave an imprint of some sort
Right.
in this world before they move on, because there have been generations and generations of people. Clearly, you know, that's how we got here, because there were people before us.
Right.
But to really play God and mess with your father and your son, like, what are you setting up for your son to think? Like, is he gonna then try to continue this when you're gone?
with his son and
Right.
with their
His
son,
son.
and you and
Right.
so
Right.
are you so is his son gonna take all of his blood then and put it in him?
Right. And how do you know that your son's gonna have a son? Because are you gonna do it if your son has a daughter?
Right.
Yo, this is it has to be like the main bloodline, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
This
The
is
male
some
bloodline.
incest, weird blood shit.
Like,
cult.
it's kind of like, you know how, like,
Yes.
in Harry Potter, you know, pure blood.
yeah.
Like, is that what's gonna happen? Like with the Slytherins, it's a pure bloods, not half
Not
bloods,
mud
not
blood.
mud bloods, pure pure blood. Like,
So lineage of lineage of lineage of lineage.
Right.
I come straight from the lineage of Salazar Slytherin.
that's crazy.
I just had a brain blast. But
That's crazy. I just think it's
Jimmy
very
Neutron.
selfish. Like, when can you just go and do this like scientifically somewhere, but not like mess with your
Right,
own
You got
family?
money.
right, just get Botox, bro.
For real.
Get
I mean,
Botox and a
a
tummy
You know
lot.
how
tuck.
much
Hollywood
plastic
uses
surgery is out there?
Right.
I promise you they're going to do it in Turkey.
Right. You're gonna live to 117.
Yes, they all do it. Like,
Tijuana.
if you want, honestly, if anybody out there that got money and you need to look, the three of us are willing to spend your money for you. Okay?
Right,
I got bills.
I got my hands up.
Listen, in DR for $1,200, you can get a BBL.
Yep.
All right, never gonna look like you had a stomach, and
Right.
your breast cysts will be up. Boom, up $1,200. Go do it. I can't promise
That's
that
right.
you're gonna make it back and everything's gonna be healthy, but you'll be snatched when you're dead.
Right.
You
That's
may
it.
not, and you may wake up on the table, but
Right,
It's all good.
Senor Doctor, he gonna get it done.
right.
I'm done
Right.
with you guys.
All right. But if honestly, if you need somebody to manage your money and just spend it for you, I got you.
Right. Because the way that you're doing nothing with that amount of money,
I got
That's
bills.
ridiculous.
right?
That is ridiculous.
Like a multi-million-dollar project. How did it even get approved?
How
Like-
did that get through your lawyers? Because I know when you have a certain amount of money and you spend that much, it has to go through your lawyers because of tax evasion and all of this. So how does that pass?
What did you tell your dad when he told you this was crazy?
Right.
What does your psych think?
I don't know.
I want to know.
I want to hear from the listeners. What do you think? This is wild.
It's
That's wild.
crazy. It's
That is
crazy.
crazy. Hey, the idea of getting an organ that always is giving a woman her organ.
Yes.
Organ. You know? Yeah. But when
It'll
you
make
have
a 2 turn into a 10 real quick, baby.
what do they gotta say? Right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That would boost a lot of confidence in a lot of people.
Yo.
It's like it has its benefits and its
And
withdrawals.
it's withdrawals because if she just want to get harassed or if she like, I'm good.
It's not.
Right.
It doesn't matter who she's.
It
with,
doesn't matter.
but-
You could be a 2, but I could get you right, get mine off, and then get you harvested for my girlfriend down the block.
I'm so done. I would not harvest the guy. That's being a praying mantis right there, because that's what they
But
do.
isn't that what she did in the episode?
But he was a hole, so
I believe it.
And she never slept with him.
no, she didn't. She drugged him.
Right, for college money.
Right? No, I don't.
I
think
get what
you
you're
should
doing.
Do that.
She
I
make it
I don't
hus.
think.
Right, she
I
never
was
had
trying
to sleep with him.
I was trying to say the benefits, not the negative. I was trying to say the benefits is that if there's people out there who are very self-conscious, that no matter what, if the woman has this organ, it doesn't matter. She'll always get hers.
She'll always get her.
And so that's a confidence boost for
No, because-
anyone who has insecurities.
Remember, share the wealth. Everybody get theirs.
I'm done with you. Like a PSA
One
commercial.
God.
Tell us what y'all think about this organ harvesting and this new. It was a American Horror Story. So, what did you think about that, as well as this
This idea.
this whole idea. Yeah, let us know what you think.
Tell me all your creepy insights.
All right, so we're going to go into our recommendations for today. And my recommendation for today is it's an Audible. I love to read. I love to listen to Audibles. Definitely for the last couple of years, I've definitely been stuck on these. Especially when you're driving, it's just very convenient. So the Audible that I'm recommending is called Moriarty. It is an original. I am absolutely addicted to Sherlock Holmes. I have always loved Arthur Conan Doyle's story of just this detective who is solving different crimes and stuff. Even though the language can be a little hard to read, I've always loved Sherlock Holmes. But I think this is a different and great spin on Sherlock and his well-known nemesis and adversary, Moriarty, where everything we think about Sherlock is completely spinned around. And when you think he is the good person, maybe he's not. And when you think Moriarty is the bad person, maybe he's not. So definitely, if you have Amazon Audibles, definitely give it a listen. They actually came out with a season 2, and I just started it, and it is still fantastic and amazing. It's done in a way where the episodes are running through your brain and you feel like you're watching it. So I recommend this, Moriarty, in Audibles. Again, not sponsored.
Nice. So my recommendation for all my comic readers, sometimes you just can't read a comic on a regular basis, but I love Webtoons. It's an app on Google Play and Apple that has comics from the DC universe, from Archie. One of my favorites of all time is Lore Olympus, about Persephone and about Persephone and Hades' whole marriage and everything that they go through. That's totally one of my favorites. Criss Princesses Club. It's such a great source to read free comic books online, and you can read them offline, so you don't have to be connected to the internet. You can do a nice little download and get your comic fix for the day. So it's Webtoons. Totally not sponsored, but take a gander.
All right, for my Hannibal Lecter fans, if you haven't seen it or are dying to see it, I recommend my favorite series, Hannibal. I could go into it, but it is a little bit of a delicacy. It's on Tubi and Apple TV. If you have Apple TV, definitely check it out. If you have Tubi, might have to deal with commercials. I'm sorry, it may not be on Netflix anymore. But it is a great watch. And for my die-hard Hannibal Lecter fans, if you've seen every movie in the Hannibal series, you're going to love the way that they mesh everything.
Nice. All right, guys. So that was our recommendations. Definitely, again, check those out. And again, give us some recommendations. We are excited and waiting to try out some new stuff ourselves and see how we like them. So hit us up on our socials for that. This has been a wonderful day, and we really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to us. And definitely check us out and spread the word about our podcast to anyone and everyone who wants to hear it. We appreciate the support. So thank you so much. This has been My Kind of Convo. Talk to you guys later.